What's up, anime fans? This is Rafa from C Manga, and I'm joined by Jonathan.
What's up, guys?
And we're back to give you another review of Death Parade. This week's episode 5, Death March.
Yep.
What did you think about this one?
Um, to be honest, it was a good episode. I mean, they explained a bit, but what they explained was like during the middle of it, so
Mm,
it was kind of there's a bit of action in there as well. I thought it was quite balanced, but they kind of dragged out what we needed to know throughout the whole thing,
mm.
which and they gave us a little hint to just obviously keep us going about the girl with no name,
Anonymous.
anonymous.
We need to make up a name for her,
Yeah,
until
let's call her.
until she's officially named.
Yeah.
Mm. But yeah, it was. I agree. The episode I still enjoyed it, but I was kind of shocked when I looked and I was like, "Wait, it's finished." I was
Yeah.
generally like, there didn't seem like there was a kind of what's the word? I'll say a satisfying end in the way, like, when you think, okay, there was the climax and
Oh
that
yeah.
was it. That's the word I'm looking for. They didn't really
Yeah.
seem like anything other than the fight and the obviously being revealed that she what was it? She had her memory of death before she even started the game.
Yeah. So she
Yeah,
came in with
yeah. So that was
and
kind of like
uh
I'd say the big reveal of this.
and the fact that you can dress up mannequins to be human.
Yeah, that was actually weird because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. When I
It's
first,
just like a shell, like an empty shell, and you just apply somebody's
mm,
memories on it and give them a body or whatnot.
that
I
actually
thought it.
did confuse me because I remember when we were both watching it, I thought it was well, I think you said it as well that humans come in and Deccan
Yeah.
rebuilds them, and I was thinking, oh, is that what happens? And then it turns out it's just it literally is just a mannequin with a soul
Yeah.
applied to it with memories.
So
So,
yeah.
but it is
Hopefully,
hopefully it is.
hopefully we find out that they are really souls
mm,
because all they did was apply memory to that guy.
mm,
So I wonder if the souls make it more real or something
yeah.
because we don't know what they look like before they get into the elevator.
Mm.
Or do they just appear?
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah, it
Yeah.
was it
Um.
was a lot of weird stuff going on, especially like how the
Yeah.
episode actually began with the no name girl having that weird dream about I
Yeah.
might as well call it the Jimmy dream because that was literally the
Yeah.
only
Jimmy.
thing. And
Jimmy and Chava. Chava.
yeah,
Is it
Chava
Chava?
or Chavot or
Yeah.
something. And
Yeah. Chava.
what is weird is she continuously has that dream like without fail. Like
Thank you. And it's just like, yeah. So
she
that
just
was that
wait.
was kind of weird. That was kind of weird. But then
Mm,
that links to the teaser for the next one. Well, I don't know if it's a teaser. It's more like a. I guess it's a teaser.
mm.
Like when you go to the cinema and you watch one of those films, like a superhero film, and then in the credits you see, oh my god, a new superhero.
Oh yeah,
That's that
yeah.
sort of thing. But
That kind of
you saw that
glimpse, yeah.
yeah, you saw the manager. What's her name? I don't even know her name. One of the
Is it Castro? Or
Castro,
oh wait, you
Castro,
mean
no, Castro.
the little girl, no, Nona.
Yeah, Nona.
Yeah,
Yeah, you see
yeah.
Nona. Oh yeah, you see Nona, and she's reading a book called Chavit,
Mm.
Chava. Yeah, well, we really need to know the name of that book. But yeah, and basically, I wonder if she had something to do with it because she applied the memory onto the mannequin, and he remembered being put together using the strings and whatnot. So
mm,
imagine, or he remembers either Deccan being involved, maybe,
mm.
and then the black-haired woman doesn't actually, she doesn't have no memories, but whatever Nona is reading, she's dreaming about.
Mm.
So they're linked some. So, and
It
we
must,
already saw that.
yeah, it probably is because it kind of has been a running theme that the arbiters can sort of, I'd say, manipulate, fragments of memories and stuff. So it may be like what you said, what she's reading is like what she's being forced to dream, and
Yeah,
everything else is just basically a blur or a blank for her.
yeah,
Because they even
yeah.
said that her memory was completely wiped when Deckham first met her, and the game couldn't
Yeah.
even be played. And yeah, that was weird. So
Yeah, it's like it's quite strange.
mm,
And Oculus was saying how you need to alleviate your boredom while you're here or something.
yeah,
So he must know that she must be toying around doing something because he
mm,
said he was the closest to God or
mm,
something like that. So that means that. he's been there and he knows. He probably knows what she's going through.
Mm.
Maybe.
But yeah, let's talk about the main focus of the episode was, you might also say the false game, the actual
The test,
the false judgment game because
test. What do you call it? It's called the
was it memory test or
um
was it something else?
kind of, but it's more like an assessment as to how well he's
Yeah, I know it was an
performing.
assessment, but it had an actual name though for it, wasn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Either way, that was basically that
Yeah,
was literally
that
a
was,
setup for Deckham, and
yeah,
it kind of shows that he's still kind of green in terms of his career as an arbiter.
yeah,
Because obviously when we see it, we have obviously the fat guy who's pretty much a jerk, and a kid. So we're sitting here thinking, this is all normal and natural, and then the guy pretty much who they, it was the mannequin guy. They pretty much set him up to lose it,
yeah,
and that completely distracted Deckham. So when the girl goes to check the boy now, she's pretty much been put in a chokehold or something and put to sleep, and he was
yeah.
completely he
And he
was
laid her down like a
yeah
serial killer. It was like Dexter. He was like Dexter. He was like shh, shh, shh.
yeah
And then he starts talking. I was like, oh damn. And then Dekim comes back out of nowhere using his string powers. Also explains his powers as well. And
mm,
I think all of the arbiters have powers that are related to a Buddha story.
yeah because
I guess.
they explained that whole story about the spider and the string
Yeah.
being descended into hell. That was really interesting. So
Ginty's got that
yeah,
weird holy water
holy
slash
water, yeah.
whatever it is, and he just like spins the tops off. But
Mm.
anyway, yeah, back to the little boy who laid down the black haired woman, and
Well,
then
that was Ginty, innit?
yeah, well Ginty, yeah, and
Yeah.
Ginty, but he starts backflipping and all sorts, and then Deckim kind of entraps him in the webs, in the string, in the silk string. So it was kind of like, and then he starts speaking with a blend between the adult's voice and a child's voice, and I was like, whoa, whoa, some exorcist stuff.
Yeah, for a
Yeah,
minute I thought it was a demon. I'm not even gonna
yeah,
lie.
same here, man. I thought I was like, do you just come from hell? I was like,
Mm.
yeah, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. But yeah, at least we get to see a lot more people.
Mm.
We've seen Castra. We saw Nona this episode. We saw Clavis. We saw Oculus.
Mm.
Did I mention Ginty already? Right?
Yeah, Ginty
Yeah,
was mentioned. Yeah,
yeah. The only other person, I think there's another one called Quinn.
who's that?
I think they might be part of the information processing place, but I don't want to any spoilers.
Wasn't that Castro?
No, she's like some she I think she monitors how many people
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's right.
out. The person who messes with the memories, I think, might be Quinn.
Mm. Well, so far, yeah, I think we've seen nearly all of the cast except for that other girl, the one who keeps shaking her, back,
Jacob.
yeah, booty on the intro. So yeah, I'm glad they kind of introduced quite a few people in this episode because it's kind of good to have more characters to play with rather than revolving just around. I think it
Yeah,
was literally just 3 or 4 at one point, wasn't it?
yeah, and I'm starting to feel now that the Death games are more of the fillers rather than these sort of episodes that explain
Yeah,
it. So it's going pretty well, man. I'm
it's
looking
definitely.
forward. I'm looking forward because now we got the first taste of some sort of action.
Mm,
That little fight scene. So it's not past the storyline or the animators to
actually
animate
put fights in.
put
Yeah.
put some good fights in.
Mm.
It's gonna
But
yeah.
I have to say though, because it's not really important, but damn, you could tell the budget on this is brilliant because I kept talking about the pool scene, and when they had the planets as like the balls on the table, I was just
Yeah.
thinking,
And I was that guy. I was like, these aren't to scale. And then when they go down the bottom, they go to scale. I was like, okay, well.
yeah, little things like that kind of interest us. So
And
yeah,
the shadowing as well, like the
mm,
shading and everything is really good.
yeah, this is a very well drawn out anime. I'm telling you, I really like the animation style of this. All the
That
characters look
doctor
that great, man.
eye bigger than the other, and
Mm.
yeah,
But that's usually because of, this is because it's a short series and most
Yeah,
of long series, you got to spread the budget or whatever. But
yeah.
that's off topic and, that's this.
You guys,
So, so yeah, that's more or less all we could say about this episode. It's
yeah.
very short. It did explain quite a lot. It's, as Jonathan said, it seems like it's starting to build the plot of the actual main story rather than, revolving around just having contestants coming in to play
Yeah.
their games and be judged. So it's looking very interesting to see what's going to happen. When are we actually going to get the name for this girl? Because she's starting to become a lot more important with each episode. And
Oh, and the story about that uh Nona was reading,
mm,
it relates to Dekim and the black-haired woman's
yeah,
relationship. I forgot to mention that.
mm,
Um, that because he in the story, Jimmy, Jimmy doesn't know the girl's name, but he's drawn to her. So, but in this case, Dekim must have some sort of memory. But remember, when they process it, it's probably something that's missed out.
mm,
But anyway, we'll find that out in the future.
there's literally a lot of hints being left out for us. So I'm looking forward to see how it all plays out, how they deliver it for us.
Yeah.
Oh, so episode 6 next week, Cross Heart
Yep.
Attack.
Yeah.
That definitely sounds like Ippo to me.
It doesn't it? Hard to break short. Yeah, man.
But yeah, that's it from us. We enjoyed this week's episode. A bit weird and, a bit short, but still enjoyable. And we'd like to hear what you guys got to say. And we'll
Yeah.
speak to you guys next week.
Yeah. Ciao.